Oh, yeah. Freak out. Yeah, I'm looking right into the video scope, And this is Macho Man, #1 Macho Man impersonator, past, present, future, yeah. And I'm here to tell you, you are watching 49er Minded with Bashar. Yeah, the cream of the crop. Dig it?
It's not just a thought process, but a way of life.
49er minded. 49er It's 49er mind that I got. It's 49er shine that I got. My psyche's on another Frisco Super Bowl. Don't sit slow, cause here we go with a super show. A red and gold session about a red and gold obsession. With some well-controlled expressions. Let's talk about that win that we got. Who should have been in the slot? That's how they spin in the spot. All that back, all that crack, all that straight fumble sack. Or just dial it on up if you wanna talk smack. It don't matter what the story on, as long as the story aligns with a 49er mind. 49er minded.
It's not just a thought process, but a way of life. Bashar.
49er minded.
Way of life.
49er minded.
What is up, everybody? Welcome to a playoff edition of 49er Minded, where we get into the minds of 49er fans. Before I bring my guests on, I want to say what's up to some people who are waiting patiently in the chat. Gotta say what's up to who is here. E. Kim is in the house. Said, hey, Bashar and crew, close win. Philadelphia will be another tough and close game. Big win today. Yes, sir. Kenny says we got the #1 defense. Show the #2 defense while we're #1. We got John Niner in the building. Says, go Niners, heart of champions. And I am hyped up for this, man. I am super hyped up. We got Raphael 562 in the house. I see you, bro. I see you. What you're doing there. I know you're always a big loyal viewer. Okay, cool. We got another surprise guest on the way too. I see that. We got Warowski waiting patiently. Says Purdy's built different. Who else is here? We got Shifty. What's up, Shifty? See you. All right, so we're going to bring on two guests, actually. First, I'm going to bring on my other one. Never had him on before, but I've collabed with you in the past on other people's channels, and Twin Maker on Twitter, or also known as Twin Empire on YouTube. How you doing, bro?
Hey, man, I'm doing fantabulous. I don't know if there's a word, but I'm making up tonight because we won. We got that W. We are in the NFC Championship game, man. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling great. I'm excited. I can't turn down because I'm just happy. You know what I'm saying? Because we beat the Cowboys. We sent the Cowboys packing. So for right now, man, I'm full of just energy right now. You know what I'm saying? How about yourself?
Oh, I'm definitely full of energy, and this is the right show because the Cowboys fans were talking all this and that, and said they wanted to play us and Skip Bayless and who else, man. But I hear myself echoing. Is that coming from you, or I don't know where that's coming from? It might be on my end on my computer. Hang on. Let me check it out. But I'm gonna bring on John V right now. He's waiting in the wings, so let me see what's up with John V. John V, you there, bro?
What's up, family?
What Twin? You
Twin, finally, my man. Get to share the screen with you, my man. What? I always enjoy your takes, brother. Always.
Especially on a day like this, my guy. What better time it is to join one another?
Hell yeah.
In victory.
Much love, man. Much love. I hear you got a phenomenal podcast with your brother, your twin brother. I've heard a lot of great things from a good friend, Mariah. She shared a lot of good. I got to watch it. I got to get in
Mariah.
There, man.
Big ups to Mariah.
I got to watch it. Can't wait to see it, man. It's a pleasure, my friend. It's definitely a pleasure.
He's definitely salty right now, but it's okay. I'm not mad.
Somebody's got to win, my man. Somebody's got to win.
Hey, why not have it be us? I figured out what was going on. I had the video played on my phone. I was like, so where's that sound coming from? Why did I hear my voice twice, man? But we're here. Got my phone. You got the Bosa jersey. I see that, man. It's always great having John V on here. We got some late people that arrived in the chat. What up? Andyland27 is here. He says, how about them Cowboys? What's Shifty saying? Shifty saying, if I can hop on, let me know. If not, then I'll send you a link in on Twitter, Shifty. Just give me a minute. Yeah, man. We're gonna recap this game in about 5 minutes or so. I'm just gonna make sure Shifty gets on with us. But this is one of those tough, hard-fought games, man. Like Jeez, man. Some of us predicted about 20-point differentials, and I thought we were the stronger team, and we are a strong team. But some teams match up with us better than others, and this Dallas team, they're stronger defensively than people gave them credit for. They were pretty tough, man. I see your goal bar, Risky. You want to put it on display and talk about it?
Yes, I listen. All right, so there's a matriarch in this fan base, and she's a wonderful human being. She's probably the most wonderful human being in my life as far as a 49er fan, outside of my mom and my family. Miss Debbie. This was gifted to me from Miss Debbie. She's the queen, the matriarch of the fan base. I always say she is just the most generous human being that I've ever known, that I have not met in person, right? So this was from Miss Deb, and I swore to her that I would crack it when we reached the NFC Championship game. And this was it, family. And I'm going to share a few shots with you guys in the chat.
Is it cracked?
Oh, it was cracked on the last show.
Okay.
It's going to get good. This is the third show today, my man.
What's the hold up?
Hey, just try to get without further ado.
What's the hold up, man? Ain't no time better than the present, god dog it. We the NFC, we won the NFC Championship game, and we beat the Dallas Cowgirls, my guy. Come on, Johnny V. Ain't no time. Look.
Hey, without further you guys gonna do after you guys do your shot, I'm gonna bring one more person.
Are they gonna partake in the shots too?
I don't know. Maybe I didn't know that you guys were doing this. I didn't know you guys were doing this. So
all Dallas Cowgirls.
All I have is water with me.
Ain't no better time to participate than now.
Unless you guys let me run off and get something from the fridge, maybe
I'll buy you some time. Go get it, my man.
Yeah, come on. We politic.
We got this, bro. Go get it.
In this case, I gotta bring Shifty on though.
That's okay.
What up, Shifty? How you doing, man?
Come on, see, look, Shifty know the groove.
See, you know what? You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna let you guys talk. Yes. Have some fun. I'm gonna step away for a few minutes.
Okay.
This is still the 49er Minded Show where we get into the minds of 49er fans. But I trust you guys. Go ahead and do what you guys gotta do for the next minute or so. I'll be right back to get me some drink.
You guys want to do the shot? I will chug this beer.
What up, though, Shifty? It's your boy
Twin Empire?
I ain't never met you before, but all I need to see is the Niner gear in the background. So I know we represent the town, baby. Bang, bang, Niner gang. Let's get this thing, baby. I see you. You tatted up. Let's go. You know what I'm saying?
There we go, man. Love to see it. You guys do the shot. I'll chug this beer.
You want to wait for Bash, or should we do one when he comes back? What do you want to do?
Hey, it's your world, baby. I'm just paying rent right now, baby. I'm good to go whatever way you want to go. You know what I'm saying?
All right. Let's take one now. And we'll pour another with Bashar.
Salud.
To all good things. Salud, my friends. Good health and happiness.
Yes, sir. Woo!
Woo!
Bang, bang, not again.
Woo!
Bang, bang, not again. Let's go.
Twin, Shifty's got a nice channel going, man. He he live streams all the games.
Okay.
He's just I just jumped in for the first time, or the second time actually. I've had the pleasure of meeting him and doing a stream with him previously. But Shifty, it's always good to have you, man, and always good to be a part of a stream with you, my man.
Yeah, John V, likewise, man. Honestly, it's been a trip doing the I do videos. I'll do like preview videos, things like that. But doing the live streams, we get a lot of people coming by, and for me, I'm like I just get wild during the game. I can't help myself. I get crazy. Dude,
you do a great job.
You're not
play by play. You do the play by play as good as they come, my man. I was impressed.
Thank you.
It's been a little over a year that you've established the channel, from what I understand, and you grew it quite quickly. Hats off to you, my man. I am about a year and a few months in on my channel as well. But I do not have that growth, man. We're just under 400. We're trying to get there. The 49er content world is so oversaturated that two of my best friends, a Buffalo Bills fan and a Cleveland Browns fan, because I'm from Ohio, two of my best friends in the whole world, man. We ran the locker room rant. We chop it up, everything, basketball, football, baseball. I mean, my man, if you want to talk about it, we will talk about it. So that's kind of what we do. And I just gotta take a page out of your book, man, and grow this thing. I just gotta grow it.
Well, dude, I'll be real honest. It's man, it's real humbling. You know, I did the first stream that I ever did on my channel was last season, 49ers against the Colts on Sunday Night Football. It was raining. We lost that game. Jimmy Garoppolo looked awful. I thought that actually would have been the end of the Garoppolo era, but you know, I've been able to grow the channel, and you know, shout out to I think you guys might know him. Tom Grossi did like a raid on the stream that time. The Green Bay Packer fan, but beyond that, it's you know, it's been it's you know, I've definitely grown quickly compared to whatever else. But man, even after that raid, I did about 6-7 games, and the entire time I had like 2 buddies of mine in the stream. Some of the views that I would get, I was live for like 4 hours, and the views are like, oh, I had like 70 views, which were probably my friends just clicking in and out of the stream. But I appreciate that, man. I try and do my best. My whole goal is I always want to talk about, of course, what's happening, because I've actually found out that a lot of people who watch the stream, they're like, look, I'm a truck driver. I can't see the game. So I kind of rely on someone, telling me about the game. But also I get a little fucking wild when the Niners have a good play. But at the end of the day, man, like, not to bore anyone, but John V, I appreciate that, man. Yeah, I think the channel's growing very quickly, but I think it's there were so many times where it was 4 hours with me talking to like my buddy on a chat on YouTube. So appreciate that, and I'm glad. I can't even tell you how wild it is that people want to watch me react to a Niner game. And I try to call the play-by-play. I give my input. For me, I'm 35 years old. I've been watching football. One of my earliest memories of my freaking life is Monday Night Football, Niners against the Rams. Montana hits John Taylor twice for like 90 plus yards. And
Summerall.
There you go. And I was Niners born and bred, and it's I go a little bit wild, but at the end of the day, I give my thoughts. I'm no better. I don't know anymore. Like, you guys probably know more about football than I do, but I just give my thoughts on what I
Shifty,
see.
you do a great job, man. You do a great job.
I'll leave it at that. Thank you very much, John.
Very good. And anybody in the chat, you guys got to follow Shifty. He does them very entertaining. I own a little small diner, man, so I'm in the kitchen. I got an earpiece in. Listening to you do it, dude, just gets me through, and I enjoyed it, man. I really enjoyed it. It was a great stream, man. I was glad to be a part of it. So listen, I got to get you on my channel one day, but without further ado, Bash, let's run down the show, my man.
Wait, hang on. We got to do some stuff here right now. I got my little glass.
Right.
I got to grab another beer, so I'll be right back.
Oh, we got to do. Well, let's do a shot. We're gonna wait for this guy.
Is this a 30-second timeout or is this a 1 minute timeout? Which one is it?
Listen, Kenny says, "How about that redemption from Ray Ray?" Listen, Kenny,
the Ray redemption, Raymond McLeod, baby.
That was probably one of the most. Dude, I don't know, man. Like, I think honestly, that redemption was more than overdue. Not just because you fumbled, but my man, we've been waiting for that for quite some time.
Facts.
We were waiting for that.
Waiting for the
that
shot.
was just a little bit of poor ball security, in my opinion. Like, old boy's got his arm out, the ball, he's a small frame to begin with, man. You got to protect it, and you need to tuck it and lean into it, man. So
3 points.
I was happy with that, Kenny. I was happy with it, man.
All right, I'm gonna make an announcement. Just a second, guys. Here we go. This is the victory playoff shot in the NFC divisional round. The 49ers just beat the fucking Cowboys. Drink up, motherfuckers.
Salute.
Let's fucking go. All those tears from those Dallas Cowboys fans who were talking shit on my chat last time I did the preview. I hope your tears taste salty because we put the foot in that ass. I don't want to hear nothing about the refs or injuries or whatever. And thank you. I appreciate everybody waiting patiently in the chat. Right now, I got my Captain Morgan and Coke going. Actually, it's not Captain Morgan and Coke. It's Bacardi Oak Heart mixed with some Coke. And that's what I got right here. I rarely drink on these shows, but today I'm doing it. Let me catch up to some guys in the chat before we do the rundown on the recap. We have Crazy Juices here. Crazy Juice says, how about them cowgirls? How about them lambs? How about them seacocks? David McKnight is here. What's up, bro? I see you. Raphael. Warowski says, Shifty just pounded that glass. Damn, he sure did. Yeah, man. I'm going to take one more sip and we're going to get ready to redo the recap. Victory tastes really good, guys. I love the I think that's a Michael Jordan thing that you're wearing there, Twin Empire, but it's also the same number as CMC, that little beanie you got there. So let's go ahead and do the first half recap. I got all the important plays that we're going to talk about during the game. 49ers started off the game early in the first quarter. Brock Purdy gets sacked on 2nd and 10. The pass rush was fierce in this game. It took a while for both teams to get on the board. Later in the first quarter, 5 minutes, 54 seconds on the 20-yard line, 3rd and 9, Dak Prescott drops back, throws to the right sideline, intercepted by Diamador Lenore. Oh man, Demo steps out of bounds at the 20-yard line. Later, we get the ball 1st and 10 on the 1st and 10. Purdy gets sacked by DeMarcus Lawrence. Second time Purdy gets sacked in the game. Purdy then drops back, 3rd and 15, hits Ayuk on the right sideline for a first down. We didn't get a touchdown. We ended up scoring a field goal on this one. What do you guys think about that drive? You get these interceptions, and we want to punch it in for the touchdown, but sometimes it's like we just settle for a field goal instead. I would almost felt a little bit like the Jimmy G era.
I mean, I kind of agree with you, man. You know what I'm saying? I think it was early on in the game. I think Kyle Shanahan was a little bit skeptical about his play calling. He was a little scared, but I understand he didn't want all that pressure on the young quarterback. But I do want to appreciate the defense going out there, putting that pressure on. We know one thing for certain, two things for sure, is that Kyle Shanahan will run the ball. We was able to run the ball, be a little physical down the field. I wanted 7, but we got 3, and that's okay. Because what I saw on the defensive end, the defense was out there balling. Let's give a big shout out to D'Amico Ryans, what he did. Shout out to Fred Warner. Shout out to Shavarius Moore. I mean, everybody. This is what you call a total team effort game. All 3 phases: offense, defense, and special team. So I just want to give a shout out to everybody, because, man, I hate the Cowboys. I do. I really do.
Let me say what's up to some people that just jumped in. Somi Mera, hey. What's up? He says, major announcement. I might be going to the NFC Championship game. Got a free ticket. Oh, whoa, okay.
Congratulations.
Steve-O says we want Philly. We got Philly. Let me go ahead and get back to the rest of the first half. Fast forward to the second quarter. Cowboys advance 10 minutes with on the clock of the second quarter. 1st and 15. Prescott on a keeper runs it to the left sidelines for a gain of 11 down to the 4-yard line. So it's 1st and goal for the Dallas Cowboys at this point in time. Play action pass to Dalton Schultz for the touchdown. And surprise, surprise, Brett Maher misses the extra point primarily because it was blocked by Samson Yukon. Cowboys are up 6-3.
I mean,
go ahead, guys.
It doesn't get better than that, right? This dude's already on the hook with the yips, right? We've already got this dude in our crosshairs. Like, listen, you are probably going to embarrass your squad today. So a block from San Francisco, bro? Like, are you kidding me? Like, we blocked a field goal, bro? Like, that doesn't happen. Like, that doesn't happen here. Like, we do it for the cameras. Like, we get our arm up, but bro, we don't touch the ball, right? So go figure. We block a field goal of a guy who respectively sucks. It doesn't happen any better than this, right? So for me, guys, to see us get a hand on it, I was ecstatic. I mean, I was literally losing my mind. I couldn't believe it. And not for nothing. Let me tell you this. I agree with the announcer. Had we not got a hand on that, that ball was 10 feet to the left. The trajectory of that kick looked like it was legit way off. So listen, Bash, you know me. By now, bro, if you don't know me, any time that special teams make a big play, in my house, we go bananas.
Okay? Hey, they had their hits and misses today. Let's just say that special teams, but
because no. Listen, not always for the good. Like Turpin made me a nervous wreck today. That young man, dude, as good as we could do, this dude gets 35, 40 yards on a return. I'm not good with this. Okay, I'm not good with this. But there's only one Turpin out there, so we put him in the L column, so to speak. So, big props for me, man. We blocked the field goal today, and I'm sorry, that happened in the frozen tundra versus Green Bay.
Oh yeah, I totally forgot that we did that last time.
Listen, whatever. The past is the past. This was a start to an amazing victory. And listen, it was a hard-fought victory, bro. Hard-fought. And I don't know, bro. Like, this team has given me vibes that, like, I have not had in a long time. Maybe not since the 2011-2012 season, right? But there's something special brewing in San Francisco. I say it, Bash, I say it on every show. Something special brewing. And I'm so excited to be a part of it. But before we get any further, I got to tell you something. This is funny. So Bash, let me get this out here. Do you see this? Do you see this knife I bought? This crazy knife, dude. Look at this.
Whoa. All right, what do you gonna do with that?
Listen, let me just tell you, this is crazy. So I get home tonight from the restaurant. Knives are a part of my life. I work with sharp knives every day of my life. So I get home, my girl's in the house. I said, listen, I'm coming home, make sure the game is on. Like I get in the house about 6:40. I'm rushing to get my chef pants off. I'm trying to get into my Niner gear, right? Trying to get geared up. So in my chef pants are a cargo pocket. And this goddamn thing, this is a Benchmade knife. For anybody that knows their outdoor knives, Benchmade is excellent, right? So this sheath tucks into my chef pant, right? And my business is off on a 4-way highway. Like it's out there, right? So like I'm always ready for whatever. But mostly this helps me get through all of my inventory. I cut boxes down. I get everything stocked. So I'm trying to get my pants off, Bash. Listen to me, brother. Listen to me. I got my left leg out. My right leg still stuck in his damn pants. So I reach down to pull the sheath like this from my pants, but I only pull out this much of the knife, right? So now I got the knife in my hand like this, and I'm like, God damn it. And I go back down to pull the sheath out, and I stab myself in the fucking quad. Right in the side of my leg, Bash. I stab myself in the leg, God damn it. This thing is super sharp. Son of a bitch. I'm screaming like, babe, I fucking stabbed myself in the leg. I need help. Like, get the game on. Like, get me some help, my man. I stuck myself in the leg, and all I could think about was the game. I'm so nervous. So, needless to say, I cut myself in the leg. I stabbed myself in the leg today, and it was all for the best. I said, this better work. God damn it. We better win this game, because however this fucking thing heals, it better heal for the best. So
there you go.
Nonetheless, man, it's just a funny story, man. I went back down to grab the sheaths, and I stuck myself in the leg, threw my pants into my leg, and just a funny story for me, and funny for the chat. Hope you guys get a kick out of it.
Can I ask you guys, and I just want to ask a question. Who do you guys think is a better quarterback, Dak Prescott or Jalen Hurts?
To me,
That's
they're
a good
almost the
question.
same, Shift. They're almost the same to me in the sense that Jalen has about equal to arm strength, but more mobility. And Shifty and I were just on a show together previously, and I asked the panel, and I asked the chat, and I asked this chat, and I asked you guys as well. Who of the two, well, I'm sorry, who in the league can stop a mobile quarterback? Who in the league can stop a mobile threat? What team will take a defender out of coverage to spy a quarterback and jeopardize the secondary or the flat?
I mean, I would love to.
It's never us because we never use the spy.
I mean, I would love to. Like, what like? I mean, for me, it's pretty damn close. I think they're both really good quarterbacks. Are they top 3, top 5? Man, probably not. But I just when it comes to who's a better quarterback, Dak Prescott or Jalen Hurts. Now, I'm not talking about the weapons that they have. You know, you can argue that till the sun comes up. But who would you guys? I mean, if you were to start a franchise, who would you rather have, Dak Prescott or Jalen Hurts? And yeah.
I guess I'd take Dak because Dak doesn't rely on running so damn much like Jalen Hurts does. But yeah, you can. I mean, there are times that Dak is pretty good. You know, so it is what it is. Yeah, I guess I'd say Dak by default.
I'm taking Hurts for the mobility aspect.
What about you, Twin? Where you at?
I'll take that. I got to respect with somebody like me. He's been in the league for 6 years, 7 years now. And he's been consistent throughout. So I'll take that just because of his consistency. You know what I'm saying?
So we're going to go to the recap, back to the recap of the game where we left off. I have this funny little saying that I like to say. I quote Whitney Houston. I say, Dak is whack. You know, he's not a bad football player, but I just love throwing that out there. He's not the greatest playoff quarterback, that's for sure. But back to the game. First half, 4 minutes, 30 seconds left in the second quarter. It's 2nd and 19. The 49ers had the ball at the 46-yard line. Purdy drops back. He hits Debo in the middle of the field. Debo runs it all the way down to the 30-yard line. It's 3rd and 2. Purdy's under pressure, and he ends up throwing it out of bounds. We end up settling for a field goal. A lot of field goals in this game. 49ers tie the game 6-6. 2 minutes left in the quarter, and 35-yard line. Dak Prescott has the ball. He's under pressure. He runs it up the middle, actually, one of the few times that he ran, but he did run a couple times here and there. And he slides to the 25-yard line. I was like, oh, great. Here we go with the mobile quarterbacks. And then it ends up being 2nd and 2. And at 2nd and 2 at the 18, Dak passes it to CeeDee Lamb onto the left sideline. The short pass, tipped by Jimmy Ward, intercepted by Fred Warner. And it's awesome, man. You got to love it when these 49er defenders just make plays at opportunistic times. And, you know, we may give up yards, but we're betting with don't break defense, and we'll come at you with a big play. But fast forward to that, 2nd and 10 at the 47-yard line. Brock Purdy airs it out to Juwan Jennings on the left sideline. Jennings steps out of bounds at the 33-yard line. 12 seconds left on the clock, and we end up setting up a Robbie Gould field goal. At this point in time, it's halftime. The 49ers 9, Dallas 6. So what's going through you guys' heads over at halftime when we ended up getting that field goal?
At halftime, I was thinking that I think we're kind of lucky to be up at halftime. It was 9-6. Of course, I think that typically Kyle Shanahan wants to have the ball to start the second half, and that's what we would try and go for. But at the end of the day, I thought that Dallas outplayed us in the first half, and I was like, look, if we're up 9-6 at halftime, that's a good thing because we're going to kick it off to Dallas to start the second half. But if we can get a stop, get the ball back, we have a chance to make it a 2-possession game. And we did get a stop, and then Dallas punted the ball away, and Ray-Ray McCloud coughed up the ball. But at the end of the day, it's like at halftime, I was feeling pretty good because I felt like we, especially offensively, we did not play our best football. And I was like looking to see what Shanahan would do in the second half. So I felt pretty good at halftime. Not a guarantee, but I felt pretty good at halftime.
I felt good. I just see us as like this team that plays better at football in the second half Not that I was expecting us to blow them out in the second half or anything like that, but we did play a little bit better in the second half, I'd say. How about you, John?
Likewise, bro. Likewise. You know what? I'm a little tossed. I'm a little tossed right now because of Sami's comment. So, skip over me real quick. Let me just respond to Kenny. Skip me, bro. Skip me.
Let me say what's up to Prick Dog. Prick Dog is here. He says, yeah. He also says, let's fucking go. We out here. We did this.
What's
shit.
up, Perk? Good to see you, family. Thanks for joining us, bro.
I think we're 5-3 against. Well, now it's 5-4, I believe, in the 49ers Cowboys matchup. So in a playoff matchup, that is. 49ers throwback is here. It says Brock Purdy will get better. He's still a rookie, and he will learn from it. I guess, and we will learn from it. I'm not sure what it was. I didn't get the last part throwback the way you typed that. If you want to retype it, yeah, man. It is what it is. This 49er team. I mean, in a playoff game, you're not always going to have games where, hey, you blow teams out or hey, it's smooth sailing. Even if you are at home, there are those games that we may run across adversity. Twin Empire was just asking the panel around, what was your feeling at halftime when we were up 9-6?
My feeling was that
go ahead.
My feeling was that this is going to be a defensive game. I know a lot of people talked about both teams averaging over 30 points per game, but at the end of the day, this is the playoffs, and you got two teams that play defense. And the Dallas Cowboys was a team that was very fast and quick, and you had to respect that. No matter, even if you thought that we were going to win, you still got to respect what what the defensive team had on their opposing side. So at halftime, I was cool, even though we didn't execute as much as I would like to. Our offense was very stagnant. Our defense put us in multiple positions to score the points. But I was like, hey, over the last 7 weeks, we showed to be a better second half team. So I was cool with that. But big up to the defense for keeping us in the game. And yeah. That's my thoughts on that.
Okay, so we're going to fast forward to the second half of the game. Again, the halftime score was 9-6. Early in the third quarter, Dallas punts the ball, and Ray McLeod catches the punt, and then he fumbles at the 20-yard line. So it was one of those scary, scary moments. So next thing you know, third and goal, the 7-yard line. Dak Prescott drops back, throws it to Ezekiel Elliott in the middle of the field. The ball bounces off of his hands. It almost gets picked off. And then next thing you know, Brett Maher actually makes a field goal. Game is tied 9-9. Later in the third quarter with seven minutes left, Dallas is at the 9-yard line. Prescott airs it out deep on the left sideline, caught by CeeDee Lamb at the 45-yard line. Diamador Lenore was on coverage. I know a lot of people's hearts probably stopped after that play. What were you guys thinking when CeeDee Lamb got that big catch?
Thought, shit, there goes again, bro. One over the top. Every damn game, we give up a deep throw. Listen, this is something that I have a fear of, something that I've grown accustomed to, and I don't like that. Okay, I don't like that because let me tell you why. Okay,
tell me why.
Perk, I see you. Perk, I see you, bro. Good to see you, family. Always good to see you, my man. Look, giving up a deep throw is the same as accepting Jimmy G's interceptions. I put them in the same category. Okay. I'm not good with it. I'm not good with this team giving up a catch. They flipped the field on that, Bash. They flipped the field on that in one throw. I'm not good with this. So we need to keep the same energy. If we are going to crucify Jimmy G, which I'm a Trey Lance man, so I do not defend Jimmy G. But if we're going to give up these errant interceptions previously, then we need to hold the same accountability to those that are giving up the big throws in the secondary. I'm not good with this. Okay. I'm not good with it. I don't like it, bro. And it's becoming a problem because the game has not been, those throws have not cost us a game. but they have cost us field position, right?
They're pivotal points in the game when they happen, and it's
I'm
just
not good
always
with this.
yeah. I don't like it
not
either,
good with
but
this.
at the end of the day, I mean, it happens when it's a big name guy, right? A big name type wide receiver is usually when it happens. But again, we don't go moving forward. We definitely don't need to see more of it. That's for sure.
No, but we are going to. Like, we've seen it since the Washington game, right? Since Heineke, it's been every game since the Washington game that we've given up that throw. I can't do it anymore. And I mean, I get it. Demo's out of position. He's playing outside corner when I get it. But it's when it's AJ Brown and it happens. Now look, it happens one time a game, right? We've given up that throw one time every game. No? Is that fair?
I think last week Mooney Ward was the one that gave up the big play last time. But
it's always one though. That's my point.
But the defense in general always gives up that one big play.
It's always that one. So when will it catch up to us, and will it be more than once? That's my fear. Like that's my fear, is when we give it up more than once.
It was more than once when we played the Chiefs, right?
Yeah, but I mean, we put a Charvarius Ward out there that was probably 60%.
Yeah.
We forced him back on the field. That was just all around. Like, Purdy in that game, we lose by a touchdown.
Maybe who knows? Maybe we win. We never know. I mean, I think it's just a whole different game. If Purdy had played and we had a full game in CMC, I think it would have been a completely different game.
We still didn't have Armstead. We had Jimmy. We had Ward out there that was, just dog shit. And then Demo was settling into that outside role. He hadn't even. That was a shitty game. That was a shitty game and a shitty sample. But I got to be honest, guys. If we're going to give up those big throws, the Eagles are the team that's not going to be forgiving, and they know they're going to pull it out. They know they can put themselves in position to pull it off.
And definitely on the road game, we cannot pull that off at all. Let me fast forward to the rest of the second half. So it was 6 minutes left in the third quarter. Dallas at the San Francisco 40-yard line. It was 3rd and 5. Dak Prescott tries to hit CeeDee Lamb deep in the middle of the field. He was covered very well by Fred Warner, probably some of the best coverage I've ever seen Fred Warner do on a wide receiver. Ball was incomplete. A little later, it was 1st and 10 on the 20-yard line. Brock Purdy play-action rollout to his left, hits George Kittle with an amazing one-handed bobble catch, whatever you want to call it. Looked like it could have been picked off had he bobbled a little bit more. And next thing you know, Kittle secures the ball down to the 50-yard line. Probably one of the best plays of the game, and that was just an amazing play. What did you guys think when Kittle got that big catch?
Yes.
How about you, Shifty? Shifty, what were you doing, man? Because I know you do your live celebrations and live reactions on your channel.
And you can watch it, but man, it was like yes, no, yes, he caught it. And it was wild, man. It was what a great throw, what a great catch by Kittle. Kittle tried to, of course, reel it in with one hand, and the ball bobbled a little bit, but credit to George Kittle, he got it in. He reeled the ball in, made the safe catch. He rolled on the ground, had the catch, no question about it. And it was a huge catch. It was a huge play. And George Kittle showing that, like, to me, look, and this is one of my controversial opinions, I think, when it comes to Niner fans, is that I would still say that Travis Kelce is the best tight end in football, but George Kittle is right there at number 2. And George Kittle arguably does a lot more than, Travis Kelce. I think, George Kittle, of course, great blocker, but I think that arguably it's because of the offense that we have ran with Jimmy Garoppolo and what have you, where George Kittle, of course, could have put up much bigger numbers. We've seen in the past when we had no other weapons, George Kittle was setting records, but I I think that catch was great. It was a huge play for the 49ers. It had a significant impact on the outcome of the game. And full credit to George Kittle for coming up with it. He was about to take a huge shot, and he knew it.
Oh yeah.
When he tried to bring it in. But at the end of the day, it's like he made the catch, he brought it in, and George Kittle was. What I just love about George Kittle is like, there's so many times where it's a very tense situation, and he just seems like super cool. He's laughing, he's having a good time, and I think that probably,
boost the morale of the
rest of the team,
boost the spirits of the team. Yeah,
I think the rest of the guys are like. Maybe you have the guys who are like, "Oh my God, this is like such a big play," and then you have George Kittle over there laughing his head off. And
he's crazy, man.
That probably helps him out a little bit, being like, it's almost like that. We all know the famous story: Joe Montana against the Bengals, Super Bowl. Oh, John Candy's in the crowd. Great. It's like I think George Kittle has a similar effect on players. And not only that, but he also makes a bunch of huge plays. So love it.
All right, cool. Oh, wait. Why do we got you try to come back again, Twin? I don't know. Twin, you there?
Can you hear me?
I see you. Yeah, I see you. It just showed your camera popping up twice on my stream. I was like, why are you trying to request to come on twice? I don't know if you know that. That's kind of weird. Let me just, I hear you fine. I hear you and see you fine. No worries. So it's something that we saw in the background of the StreamYard studio. It looked weird to me, but we're good. So after that big Kittle play, there were a lot of chunk plays actually. And it's first and goal, the 10-yard line. And we hand the ball off to Juice, who takes it off tackle Kyle Juszczyk down at the 3-yard line. I thought he was going to take it in for the touchdown. Next, it's second and goal, huge hole up the middle. Excellent blocking by Banks, McGlinchey, Trent Williams on that play. Touchdown 49ers. 49ers are up 16-9. Let's go. This is right towards the end of the third quarter. What were you thinking about that point in time, John V? How'd you like that little CMC touchdown and that drive in general?
That was untouched, right? He went through
the tackles untouched. Yeah.
I loved it because, at that point, we started to break them down. We got in their head. We started to enforce that. That's essentially when the run game, that was the beginning of the dominating. Listen, we stuck to the run, right? We broke them down from there. So to see him go untouched, bro, was awesome. It was awesome. Because before that, CMC, he made some amazing catches in this game. They were short throws, but they were great. They were in tight windows. I think it was amazing, bro. And I was ecstatic. I was truly ecstatic.
Dude, CMC made some amazing catches today. I forgot what play it was. I don't think I have it jotted down on my notes, but man, he had one catch. I think in the third or fourth quarter that was just off the chain. I don't know if you guys remember that one.
Oh, I remember them all. There were times where I'm like, listen, great throw by Purdy, but an even better catch by him in coverage. It was just, listen, CMC did it. That's what I'm saying, fam. Like, CMC didn't put up those numbers that we all are used to, but his impact in the game was so impressive. Like,
yes, sir.
I'm sorry, but like anybody that says, and Bash, you know what I'm talking about. Anybody that says that this young man, that anyone could do what this young man is doing, you're smoking bong water, bro.
Hang on, I want to address something. Steve, look, I'm with you. Yeah, I know you like to defend Jimmy and say don't trash Jimmy. We're just bringing up the mistakes he's made in the past, dude. It's just something clear and evident. But then you said this: don't break up with your girlfriend and ask for a ride home if we need him again. We're not going to need Jimmy again, dude. Come on, man. Let's be real here.
Did I open a can of worms, fam? Listen. I never meant to go down that path. But it is what it is. It is what it is.
Let me see what's up to Roberto Davis. He's in the chat. Says we smoking that cowgirl pack. John Niner 8 is here. He says Minshew versus Jimmy G, the NFC Championship game. That's funny. I like that. That's hilarious. You know what's funny? I was telling my friend before I get to the end of the recap of the game, but I was telling my friend like how the NFL loves storylines and what a storyline this could be. If we do get that far, I hate to be one that looks forward, but the ultimate goal is the Super Bowl, right? But hey, a rookie quarterback going to the Super Bowl or attempting to win the Super Bowl. And then my friend was like, well, imagine if, it's too late now because Lawrence is out and the Jags are out of the playoffs. But Lawrence was the first pick of the draft, right? Yeah, the first pick of the draft, versus a year later, the last pick of the draft, Mr. Irrelevant. That would have been an amazing storyline had it played out like that. The 49ers versus the Jags in the playoffs and Super Bowl. Actually, that would have been kind of funny. We got Chardal in the house. Hey, Chardal, I'm going to be dropping the link earlier to take some calls. So just let you guys know, once I'm done with this recap and Chardal and you other guys here watching the show, you guys can definitely hop in and take some calls. And I'm pretty much sure I shouted everybody out here. I don't like to miss anybody. I know Roski's here. Ryan from No Border Sports, I see you, bro. And let's go back to the recap. We got where were we off? So fast forward to the fourth quarter. It was early in the fourth quarter. The ball was at the 49ers 27-yard line, basically in the red zone for the Dallas Cowboys. Dak Prescott drops back and boom, Hufanga blitz just comes in right away, a la Troy Polamalu. Aziz Al-Shire takes him down for a sack. Soon after, Brett Maher, whoa, what do you know? He hit a field goal, 43-yard field goal. So he got his misses out of the way and started hitting field goals. 11 minutes left in the full quarter. 49ers had the ball at the 25-yard line. Purdy hits Kittle down at the 43-yard line. Kittle, excellent game. 5 minutes left, and 2nd and 7 at the 25-yard line. Elijah Mitchell runs it up hard up the middle down to the 18-yard line. Elijah Mitchell was running through tacklers all day and getting the tough, hard yards. And I'm spelling CMC doing a great job of it. Soon after, Robbie Gould nails a 28-yard field goal. 49ers are up 19-12. And then we pretty much get to the last drive of the Dallas Cowboys, man. I think the Dallas Cowboys, where they started the 10-yard line, I believe, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, they did.
There was that crazy play where Dak Prescott dropped back and he was under pressure, and we didn't put too much pressure on Dak. That kind of alerted me a little bit, but then again, he was throwing a lot of short passes, a lot of short little screens to CeeDee Lamb that were kind of annoying. I was like, why don't we just try to, this is so predictable with him and his little stupid short little screens, why don't we try to pick him off or do something, jump a route? But Dak dropped back and almost got sacked in the end zone for a safety at that point in time. So I don't know what happened there. And it was Armstead, actually. I was like, oh, Armstead's got this, And then somehow, some way or another, Dak Prescott freaking bounces off of Armstead. I think he threw the ball away. But, oh, man, dude, I thought we were going to get a safety on that play. I see you with your Bosa jersey. We're going to say something about Bosa?
Steve-O was saying John wanted me to buy a Bosa jersey. Listen, Bosa is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, guys. I mean, if you guys remember that draft when we scooped up Bosa, it was just a little bit of shit going on in the draft, and he fell right in our lap, and we scooped him up. And my friends, as a Buckeye fan, being a native, Ohio is my home, so the Buckeyes are my team. And I've been watching Bosa for a very long time. So when he became a 49er, like the stars aligned for me. You guys have no idea. Like I just knew, like, this man bounces back from injury. This man is a problem. He will disrupt. He will make his presence known. It's just, this kid is calculated. Bosa is calculated. And if you guys understand what I'm saying, like, he prides himself on timing. Timing is Bosa's thing. I know a lot of folks love to make fun or at least join in the laugh of his personality, right? Like, if you don't know Nick Bosa and you listen to a presser, you're like, what the fuck is wrong with this kid? Is he high? You know what I'm saying? Like, but he's just he's calculated. And that's the best word I can use. So yes, Steve-O, if you have an opportunity, get this jersey, my man. I enjoy it. The 75th anniversary patch was big for me. I needed it in Bosa. And again, Miss Debbie came in clutch. I couldn't get it from Fanatics, but Miss Debbie went to the team shop and she mailed it to me. Shout out to Miss Deb. I love you. I love you, fam. It's just, Bosa's my guy, guys. So I have many Bosa jerseys just because he's my guy, fam. Like he's a wrecking ball. So I expect to see a lot of it.
Oh yeah. So let's finish off the recap of the first half, and we're gonna have Kenny on in a second. It was actually the last drive of the game where the Cowboys had the ball, and actually Dak Prescott had to complete, I believe, like a 10 or 15-yard pass on that play when he almost got sacked for the safety. Then further ahead, they had that pass to the tight end. I can always forget this guy's name. Do you guys remember the name of the Dallas Cowboys tight end? Number 86, Dalton Schultz. Yeah, they threw that pass to him, and then what was it? He got knocked out of bounds, and then thank God when they reviewed it properly, they said it wasn't a catch. I was like, okay, cool, man. I thought they were just going to give it to him because he kind of had his right foot down for a second, but the ball wasn't fully in control at that point in time when his right foot hit. So in reality, it was the right call. And any thoughts on that, Shifty or John?
Yeah, I mean, it was the right call for sure, and I think like when it comes down to this game, I think the Niners just played they played it like accurately. They played it really well. Well, Schultz, look, his first touchdown, it was a great play call by Dallas, but at the end of the day, it's like they really struggled to move the ball offensively, and I think you have to give the Niner defense a lot of credit for that. And it's I'm not trying to derail anything, but couple of comments coming in here, and I'm like, I don't agree with that. But I think that Dalton Schultz I thought he would have been a much bigger factor for the Cowboys in this game. And he did have a touchdown, and credit to him, but I think the Niners linebackers did a good job on him overall.
I totally 100%. Go ahead.
Yo, Somi, what do you want me to do for you? What do you want me to do? You want me to do cartwheels, bro? Like, what do you want? What insight do you need? Ask me questions, fam. Don't insult me on stream because I'll call you out. What do you want me to know? What is it that you want? Ask the questions, fam. Don't insult us just because. Like, listen. I'm not going to tolerate the insults, fam. So.
We don't hang on. Let me just say this right here. We don't need any bullshit in the chat. So this is a fair warning. Anybody who drops any more bullshit in the chat's going to get muted or blocked. And don't come to me and cry to me on my Facebook Messenger or Twitter or whatever, or Instagram. That's it. So I'm laying down the law right now. I'm going to share my screen for a second. And we got a couple of callers waiting. I just want to show the glory of the last play of the game. I think it was a beautiful play that we could all have a good laugh at. I'm queuing it up right now as we speak, and then we're going to get this going. Okay, guys? So, and then soon after, I'll bring on the callers. We got a couple of guys waiting, and I'm going to share my screen right now. Here we go. And it's going to come on in just a second. It's always good to have a laugh. You always need a laugh in this world. That's how I look at it. So Let's go ahead. And I'm going to mute the audio, guys, so I don't want to get copyright infraction, but here we go. This was when they reviewed the incomplete pass. So here's a beautiful play. It was Ezekiel Elliott at center. Boom. Who's that with the hat? Who's that? That was Moody Ward. That was Jimmy Ward with the hit. There you go. You gotta love it. You gotta love it. There's always a little funny ending to when the 49ers play the Cowboys. They did it last year. Now they're doing it this year. So let's bring on our first caller. We got Kenny from the Pacific Northwest. How you doing, Kenny? What's up? What's good, man?
What up, man? Bro, how you guys doing?
Doing good. I want to hear it, Kenny. Let's hear it. Shout it out loud.
Hey, man. How about that number one defense, baby?
Let's fucking go. This is a defensive matchup, a defensive battle, and the number one defense came out on top.
The number one defense play a lot. And you know what? A lot of people are going to be bitching because Purdy didn't put up points. Well, you know what? The number one defense was playing the number two defense, and that's just how it goes. You know what I'm saying? It'll be a low-scoring game. Man, dude, there was a brick wall on their defensive line, dude, and McCaffrey and Debo couldn't get through it. I mean, straight up, dude, you got to give Dallas credit, man. They was a tough team, dude. This was a tough game, and I hate Dallas with a passion. They're my number one hated team, but man, they put up a fight, dude. And Dak Prescott sucks, but still, his defense, man, is top notch, and we beat them, so it's all good.
Yeah, they did put. I mean, hey, we hate Dallas, but we got to give credit where credit is due. They didn't make it easy for us.
Yeah. Hey, dude, you know what? Like I watched the post-game press conferences, and Dude, our team held Purdy up, man. Purdy was balling the whole time. Like he was in the game the whole time. Like nothing shook him. They said last game in Seattle they had to like wake him up a little bit because he was calling plays too fast and they couldn't understand him. But
was that what it was? I didn't hear that.
yeah, Kittle said in the post game press conference that he had to tell Purdy to calm down because the huddle couldn't hear his pass callings, or his play calling. So
I had no idea. That's funny though.
Yeah, he was all hyped up. But you know what? Hey, we played a good game, man. And this here, you know, I have to give an apology, dude. D'Amico Ryans, bro. I got so pissed off because he was doing interviews with other teams for a coaching job this week, and I was like, dude, you need to be focused on the game. And people say that it was a hoax that he was doing interviews today. It wasn't, man. He canceled 2 of them today, just to prepare for this game. That's a lot, man.
I was hearing the Cardinals one that was supposed to go on this morning was a hoax. I don't know if he actually canceled it or not. Did you hear that he actually canceled it for reals? Like the one with the Cardinals that was supposed to go on this morning. It just seemed odd. Why would they schedule an interview the morning of the damn playoff game?
They're in our division, bro.
Oh my gosh, man.
You know what I mean? But hey, we beat the Cowboys, man. I'm so happy, dude. I was pumped up to the whole game. I was ripping my hair out, actually. But you know what? I was calling Kyle Shanahan out, and then about maybe the third quarter, I was like, okay, I get it. I understand what Shanahan's doing. He was, dude, there was nothing he could do. He knew he was going up against the number 2 defense, so he was doing everything he could just to get yardage and first downs to stay in the game. You know what I mean? That's how good Dallas was today. And even though I don't like Dak Prescott, and he's probably the sorriest guy on their team, man, there's some ballers on that team, dude. And they kept McCaffrey and Debo still today. I mean, they didn't let him get.
I got a question for you.
Yeah.
Would you say that Dallas set the bar for defense moving forward for this 49ers, for Purdy and the rest of the crew? Would you say that they set the bar? Is Philly any better or any worse? But they definitely set the bar. Would you agree?
Well, I think that Dallas had the best pass rush, and I think the Eagles have the best secondary. So
that's fair.
That even though we're the number 1 defense all around, because we play ball like crazy on the defense, so that's why we're the number 1. But I think Eagles have the best secondary. So I guarantee you this next game is gonna be a big run game, dude. McCaffrey's gonna be handing that ball and he's gonna be going off, dude. So I think Dallas might have been a little bit tougher than the Eagles, but we'll see. You know what I mean? We'll see.
Fair point.
All right. Any last words you want to throw in there, Kenny, before we go to the next guy?
I just want to say, man, Brock Purdy, he's a rookie, bro, and he's got some all-star talent around him, and the sky's the limit. Straight up.
Yeah.
Sky's the limit.
Purdy didn't, in this game, honestly, Purdy, there was one drop by Quandre Diggs, but in general, what Dallas was throwing at Purdy, for any other rookie, you would have probably seen at least 2 interceptions, in my opinion. So he held himself pretty well, in my opinion.
Yeah, there was
even 3.
There was a couple throws where that could have been intercepted again, but they didn't. I mean, until they do, he's not going to have that on his stats. So, you know what I mean? You guys are doing a great job, man. I love the show.
Thank you. All right, holler something before you go.
That number 1 defense had to prove to the number 2 defense why we're number 1, baby. Let's go.
Let's be Philly, baby.
Dallas. Always a pleasure, Kenny.
Bye-bye, Dallas.
Yep.
Fuck Philly.
Hey, good job, you guys. Keep it up.
Take care. We appreciate you. Take care.
Yep.
All right. Thank you, Kenny. Now we got the one and only repping the 49ers from Southern California, Werowski. What up, dog? How you doing, man? Playa. He's got his drink. What are you drinking?
Cowboy tears.
Oh, shit. Let's go. What do we got here? What do we got here today? What do you got on your mind?
First of all, what a luxury to have an offense that when the defense struggles, they can put up points, and then a defense when the offense struggles, they could hold it down. And man, this game, I never felt so good about this defense. As the field got shorter, the defense played better.
Dude,
So
we're the epitome of a bend don't break defense, aren't we?
dude, no, it's just these dudes. Fred Warner is an animal, bro. These guys showed out. They showed out today. I think offense had its struggles, right? But the second half, it seemed like the team just wore the Cowboys down. Now we were running the ball. How many first downs did we get running the ball when we needed to? Mitchell basically iced the game, but stepped out of bounds. But
he had himself that nice run, right? And then he stepped out of bounds. Yeah.
The only time I was worried with our defense, to be honest with you, was the last play of the game when Dallas lined up for that 8-point play. Zeke at center. put all the linemen at, and I was like, oh shit. I was like, this is either gonna top the immaculate reception or this is gonna be garbage.
It was straight up garbage.
And hold on. Even the Niners called timeout when they saw that. They're like, what the hell is this? So Miko Ryans had to go tell the guys, especially I think he's talking to say, do not get sucked in. You guys are staying back there. Zeke snaps the ball and gets dumped on his ass. And then they throw the ball and dude goes down real quick. And I was like, what did I just see, bro? It was garbage, dude. But I loved every moment of it.
I feel you. Yeah, that was when they had Zeke at center. Though I didn't have a bad feeling in my mind. I was actually laughing to myself. I was like, "What are these guys trying to pull off here? This is going to end up in some silliness." I mean, I was thinking maybe they had some Kyle Stanford type lateral the ball a million times and try to get in the end zone type of play in mind. But honestly, it didn't scare me when that happened. When they lined up with that weird play.
I think they were hoping that the Niners wouldn't line up correctly and blow something. And I think Dallas made a big mistake. I thought the only chance Dallas had was trying to throw deep and getting a PI and extending one more play.
Yeah, that would have been really scary had that happened, man.
And I gotta say this. I'm sorry, John, but I'm Team Lenore. I thought he played great. Yeah, he gives up the big play. He's almost there, man. He had the dude covered. Had he just turned his head, because the pass was underthrown. Had he just turned his head, he would have been there, man. And listen, he did get a pick.
My man, listen. If I came off, listen, I'm Team Lenore. I understand he's playing out of his position, right? He's playing an outside corner position. He's undersized to play that position to begin with, but he's doing it well. Listen. My pushback is that they're going to try our opponents are going to try to expose that, and they're going to take advantage of it, and they have, right? But it doesn't, I'm not one of those guys that's against Lenore, because God knows that when D'Amico, a few months back, when D'Amico addressed the presser where he spoke about Ambry Thomas and Diamador Lenore, he said, in quotes, these guys are just not quite there yet. And then Demo pulled out, right? He had no other choice, right? I have respect for Diamador Lenore. Don't get me wrong. I just fear that good quarterbacks will try to take advantage of that opportunity. And they have. Guys like Heineke and Stidham have, right? So when you're a lesser quarterback, when you're a second string or a third string quarterback and you still expose that secondary, that concerns me. But by no means, I agree with you on every aspect. Lenore is the guy, and he's there, my man. I agree with you. But would you agree that you are a bit concerned that we get exposed on that outside deep throw?
I'm not. We know it's going to happen.
We do.
Because Lenore would be playing behind, like I said earlier, Verrett and Mosley. So basically,
he'd be our nickel. He'd be our nickel, so to speak.
He's basically like a third stringer. He's basically Brock Purdy on defense. Where what I like about Lenore is that take away that big play, and he played excellent.
He was solid. He was solid as shit, man.
You can't just the one play, and he's not going up against average receivers. We saw that they were putting them on Metcalf last week. So sometimes
Devontae, he put up great that controversial catch by Devontae Adams in the Vegas game. Diamador was covering.
He was there.
As
he was
good
there.
as it gets. So listen, you're not going to get much pushback from me because in my mind, Diamador Lenore essentially was to fill in for Shark, right? He's our nickel. He's technically supposed to be our nickel corner. That's where he should be. But as fate would have it, Mosley went down. JV went down. So Lenore had to take on that outside cover role. And he's doing it the best he can. And listen, bro, like I mean this when I say this. I love the kid. I truly do. But he's going up against tougher opponents. The AJ Green catch, so to speak. He was up there, bro. But that guy's a 6'4" frame, right? He's going to lose that battle 7 times out of 10. So for me, it's just Lenore is right there, brother. I do not disagree with you. And not for nothing, like he's playing as good as it gets. We're just exposed, and they're going to attack that side. They're not going to attack Charvarius Ward, right? They're going to go after Charvarius Ward. They're going to test Lenore week in, week out. So, listen.
Well, they did go after Ward in the Seahawk game. They went right after.
They did.
I think he's playing. I think Lenore's playing really good, and I think we know what they're going to do. You're not going to beat us running the ball. You're not going to beat our linebackers. That's your only shot. So I'm surprised they're not picking on Lenore more.
That's true.
And the reason I believe they're not is because he's holding it down.
He got that pick, right? He got that INT. So like they were going there. They were attacking that side. So it's a very fair point, my man. I think Lenore is doing the best he can. And look at this. What's the most important out of every debate that we've had? What's the most important thing that Lenore has shown the most?
To me, is that he's showing up every game.
He's healthy. Yes, sir. He's showing up. He's healthy. Lenore is durable.
Can you imagine if Lenore goes down, the situation we're going to be in?
Oh, don't remind me. But hey, we got Jenkins waiting in the wings. Jonas Jenkins is healthy, so
always a good call.
He's a veteran.
I respect you, my man. Always a great call.
And I'd rather have Lenore than Jenkins on the field, man.
Yeah, that makes 2 of us.
So I'm moving on from Demo because I like what we saw from Demo. Was there anything else that stood out for you there, Roski, about this game? Any players or any plays?
Fred Warner is an animal.
Fred Warner had an excellent game. And at one point in time, Greenlaw was pissing me off, by the way. At one point, what was it? He had that play where where CeeDee Lamb catches the pass. I believe it was CeeDee Lamb, if I'm not mistaken. And then here comes Lenore out of nowhere, just hitting him extra. And I get it. You kind of want to intimidate them. I get that. But come on, don't do it where he goes out of bounds and gets an extra 15 yards, man.
Your captain backed off. Warner was right there, bro. You saw him. Warner was disciplined in the moment, right? He backs off. You are going out of bounds. And then Greenlaw comes in. Boom. 15 yards. It fucking drove me bananas, bro.
It's almost like you can expect to give up that one deep pass in every game. You can expect Greenlaw or Jimmy Ward to do something stupid.
That's fair.
And also the drop interception that Greenlaw could have had. He dropped 7.
Oh my gosh, dude, that was right to him. Was that the fourth quarter? In the fourth quarter, I think. Oh my gosh, man!
That puts it away.
Usually he catches those. I love Greenlaw. I don't want to rag on him, but I don't know why against Philly, you have to make those plays. That's all I got to say,
dude. You cannot blow those opportunities, man.
No, you cannot. And I don't want to talk too much about Philly, but we'll do a preview show. But dude, the pass rush today that the Cowboys were putting on was pretty fierce, man. And Philly has an NFL high, and in the history of the NFL, only 2 more teams got more sacks than Philadelphia Eagles did this year. That's Chicago Bears and the Baltimore Ravens. Philadelphia finished the season with 70 sacks, so it's not going to be easy in Philly is all I'm going to say, man. Hopefully we get a heavy dosage of us running the ball. I was hoping for the run game to kick in hard this game. It didn't. It was there when we needed it at points and times, but I need the running game to go off next week.
You know, I feel more confident going to Philly than this Cowboy game. This Cowboy game, before I said it's going to come down to turnovers. That's where the game's going to be won. And it turned out that was the case. I think we're going to do better next week. I really do. I think our chances are good.
I hope so too. Let me read some stat breakdowns really quick, Broski. You can definitely stick around. If I get another caller, we'll put another caller on. But if you want to stick around with us, you're more than welcome to. John 908 says, run game is a must for sure in Philly. Yes, sir. In a hostile environment like that. Nighthawk Afterburner is here. What up, Nighthawk? Says, go Niners. Let me just read off some stat lines for the 49ers. Brock Purdy, 19 for 29, 214 yards, 0 interceptions, 0 touchdowns, but 0 picks. He did get sacked twice, and he was evading the rush a whole lot. The pressure was getting there a little too early, in my opinion. Elijah Mitchell, 14 carries for 51 yards. Longest run was 13 yards. CMC, 10 rushes for 35 yards, 1 touchdown. His longest run was 8 yards. Debo, 4 rushes for 11 yards. Receiving, George Kittle, the man of the hour, had an amazing game. 5 catches for 95 yards, 31 yards was his longest catch. Targeted 5 times, 5 for 5 basically. Debo Samuel, 4 catches for 45 yards, longest was 17, targeted 7 times. Jawan Jennings had one really, really nice one for 21 yards, 2 catches for 26. Ayuk had himself a quiet game, two catches for 26 yards. Hopefully we see something from Ayuk against Philly. I'd like to see something. Fred Warner, 9 total tackles, 1 tackle for a loss, just making plays all over the field. Jimmy Ward, 7 tackles. Aziz, 7 tackles. Greenlaw and Charvarius Ward had 6. Diamador Lenore, 5 tackles, 1 interception. And Samson Ebukam had a sack. So yeah, we only had 1 sack for the day, so we got to pick that up. And okay, Warowski, it's been great having you on. I do have another guest waiting in the wings now. Any last things you want to say before we let you go?
Just if the one game you can't lose to is the Dallas Cowboys. I can't stand that fan base. And had we lost, you would not have heard the end of it. Just like last year. They could have beaten us last year and not won the Super Bowl, and they would have reminded you every day that they beat you.
Oh, they talked so much shit how they wanted to play us and Skip Bayless, and they were dying to play us. Well, hey, you got the game you wanted. Got the matchup you wanted. Great to have you on, Roski.
They asked for it, didn't they? They asked for it. They got it again.
They got it. How about them Cowboys? All right, man. Take care, Roski. Great having you on, man. You're always welcome on the show.
Fam. Always a
All
pleasure.
right.
Bash, you're muted.
My bad. Fazil is waiting in the wings. He's been on the show before. There he is. He was actually at the game. He was at the game. So what's up, Fazil? How you feeling, man? You were at the game. Let us know how the vibe was.
Oh, bro, dude, it was electric from the start. What's up, Shifty Niners Talk, John V, and Bashar? How you guys doing?
Great, man. How you doing?
We're good, bro.
It was lit. It was lit, man. I'm telling you, when I got there an hour early, like, it was just screaming, getting into the parking lot and getting into the stadium, getting to my seat. Like, it was just crowded. You're hearing Cowboy fans, Niner fans, just screaming, going at each other. There's no fights or anything that broke out, but they had security, like, jam-packed and everything. But it was electric. Like, I was so excited. I was soaking it in, and then the foghorn went off before the game with Joe Staley, Patrick Willis, Jerry Rice was there, Steve Young. I mean, he's always there. Steve Young. We had all our greats there, Garrison Hurst as well, and it was an amazing victory. The defense came out. Fred Warner had an amazing game. We didn't get to Dak with all the pressure was there. We sacked him when we needed to. Bosa was getting in there. Ebukam, Armstead could have got him, but he saved the roughing the passer call. I understand it. And man, Diamador Lenore, how about him showing up as well in these past few playoff games? And Mooney Ward was locking it down in the second half, and Jimmy Ward as well off the tipped interception. It was electric. We couldn't sit down during the game, bro. And it was everyone was just going crazy around us. I was mostly around all Niner fans. It was mostly like 85-15. There was some Cowboy fans on the other side.
Yeah, it did look like a huge Cowboy turnout.
Absolutely, bro. And then
How was the crowd noise from this game compared to last week?
Oh, bro, it was somewhat similar. Like last week was very loud as well, but I mean this week it just felt a little more because it was the Cowboys and it was moving up to the next round, the divisional round, and it was just the rivalry, and also it's because it was much more there was no rain, it was clear, it was sunny, and it was loud, man. It was loud from get go. It was intense. There was no moment we didn't feel no nerves. Yeah, maybe when Dallas scored, but it was always they were always standing up. Even when Dallas was driving, when we got that red zone pick, like we were just like it was full throat, bro. It was
What
full
play
throat.
gave the biggest reaction to this? Got the biggest reaction from the crowd?
The biggest reaction I would have to say was that Fred Warner pick.
Oh, that was awesome.
It flipped.
That was
because
awesome.
It was awesome, and we scored. We got a field goal before halftime. We got the momentum back, and we made those second half adjustments with Kyle and D'Amico, and then as well as like the way the defense that's a championship level defense. We proved it all year. Now we're going on to Philly. It's going to be important. I'm thinking about going. I'm still deciding with my sister right now, but we might be.
Oh
going.
wow, you might be going to Philly, man.
Might be going to Philly, yeah, and then just to see what's going on. I know Wayne Breezy's going. I met him there. I saw him at the game.
Cool. Oh, you saw Wayne Breezy at the game?
Oh,
cool. At the tailgate?
I saw him last week. No, I saw him when we were walking out, and then I said, "Yo, bro," I texted him too, and he was like, "I know it was intense. Like this." He said, "This felt like a '90s clash." He said, "This felt like I know I was born in '99, but I mean, my dad told me about the history." So I was like, Wayne said, "Yeah, this felt for the OGs." He said, "Yeah, this meant a lot." He said, and then Purdy,
you saw Breezy. Was he with Chapman?
Yeah, he wasn't with Chapman. I think he was with Chapman. Went up skiing. I think.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Yeah, you're right. What about
Purdy?
Chapman
last week?
You're gonna say something about Brock Purdy. You're gonna say something about Purdy.
Yeah. With Brock Purdy, I wanted to say that Diggs one. I feel like that throw was deflected. So, but overall, mistake free. He took care of the ball and he made plays when he needed to make plays.
It was a drop pass, I believe, by Ayuk, wasn't it? The one that the Diggs almost caught.
Yeah, it was deflected at the line of scrimmage and it went right into Diggs.
Oh, that's right. That's right. It was deflected. It was deflected line of scrimmage. Good memory, man.
Yeah. What's up, John?
Listen, my man. Good to see you, brother. Always, man. I chatted up with him, but this is the first time we got to chat on stream.
Yeah, man.
Listen, my man. So, tell me, did Purdy look like he was a bit hesitant on some of the rollouts, some of the play action, the bootlegs? Did he look like he was hesitating a bit? But in his defense, it looked like he was protecting the ball. But did you feel like he had opportunities to let it go and kind of let the cards fall wherever they be?
Somewhat, yeah, John. I'm with you with that. Like how we saw it in almost like every game he's played in with those backyard, like he would go turn around.
Yeah. He's rolling out.
Yeah, I did see some of that, but that's the difference. Yeah, maybe there was a sack when DeMarcus Lawrence did have a pretty big game today, and then when like he would throw it away usually, but it was kind of hesitant when he would do that because the sack yardage would be huge. But like he was a little bit jittery I kind of did see it. But I think he had kind of adjusted to it as the game went on.
I noticed? The reason why I asked you from being there and watching it on TV, it's so much slower there than it is on television.
I agree.
See it so much. We see the frame rate so much. It's so much faster, right? It almost seemed like that we saw Purdy protecting the football. He was rolling out where he could have thrown it, could have been a pick, but like I don't know. I just respect the kids. The kids. He doesn't just let it rip unless it's a great opportunity, right? It's a good throw, and that's the one thing that like a lot of fans are going to overstate the fact that the kid's got 3 seconds to throw the ball, but Purdy wants to protect it, man, and he holds out to the very last moment before he lets it rip. And it's just one of those things that like, we're not used to that. We're used to the one read, quick throw. It's either there or it's not, right? And Purdy, even in under these circumstances versus this pressure, he rolls out. I'm going, Purdy, throw it. The kid's not going to throw it unless it's the right throw. And I have the most respect for him for it. So I just was curious to see, what did you see being there Did you notice that hesitation? But it's for the best, right? Would you agree it's for the best?
Yes, John V, you kind of worded it perfect there, bro. Like honestly, yeah. Like it's slower when you see when linemen move in motion and the way they move from the way it looks on TV, right? Because I think you guys being live there, it's kind of behind a little bit, 10 seconds on the TV when you're actually in live in person. Yeah, so we see things ahead of you when you're ahead, like how reporters tweet during the game, like when we see it when we're like a play behind, because they tell us every moment.
Lose him.
I don't know. Are you still there, Fasil? I know he has a bad connection. Oh, there you are.
I joined off of Twitter, so my bad.
Okay. I see you.
So if I go off, I think I'm on Spaces right now. My apologies.
Oh, you're on Spaces and you're on here? How you doing that?
Yeah, so I keep hearing the blink.
Man.
Yeah, I keep hearing the blink, so I think it's going off from there. So I'm sorry about that. But
oh man, if you're gonna come out here, you gotta get Spaces, man. It's only one or the other, man. Come on, man.
Yeah, you're good, bro. I hope I'm not taking up any time with you guys. Yeah. But going back to Purdy, like with the way the rollouts, when the Kyle called those rollouts, those play action plays, he did, like you said, like this hesitation. It was definitely there, but like you said, it wasn't to just throw it up there. Hey, let me go see if my Kittle, Ayuk, Debo, or Jennings or CMC, anyone can make a play. He throws it if it's the right decision. If it's not there, eliminate it. We need to live to see another down because it's the playoffs. We cannot afford to have these mistakes. That's what I think exceeds from him being a 7th round draft pick, being Mr. Relevant now, and just having that knowledge and that poise and that calmness to him. Like, I've never seen this before.
Like I wouldn't put Purdy in the elite status, but you can say that his decision making is might be up there with the elite quarterbacks. You can make that argument.
Absolutely.
And I mean, what more could you ask for, right? Dude, decision making is something that we as 49er fans, we're just used to a one-read quarterback, and that's what we've gotten. And we've written, and it's been successful. Don't get me wrong, like, without taking it away from number 10, like it's been successful, but it's also been our downfall.
Okay.
So we've left so much on the field.
Shifty has got to get going, but he's got some final words. What up, Shifty? What do you got to say? You're muted, bro.
There we go. When we look at the performance of Brock Purdy, and I wasn't at the game, so I'm not going to act like I was, but I think that there was a couple plays that got away from him. Like we saw on from TV, and Fazil, I'm sure obviously you were at the game, so you didn't see this, but there was one play where George Kittle was like, "I'm wide open," and he, Purdy was like maybe looking to his left or whatever, didn't see that play, but. My only concern with Purdy is that when it comes to the 49ers is that in terms of offensively, like I mean, I love our offense. We have so many great weapons, but the offense that we run, it's very much prone to a lot of negative plays. When we looked at the game against Seattle, they only maybe sacked Purdy once, maybe twice. But in terms of tackles for loss, there was Seattle had about 8 or 9 tackles for loss. So there's a lot of negative plays with this 49ers offense, which of course you never want to have offensively. Like if you go from 1st and 10 to 2nd and 13, that's a huge difference compared to 1st and 10 to 2nd and 8. Like 2nd and 8, 2nd and 13, completely different ball game. And as much as I think I think Purdy had a solid game. He had some great throws. He made some plays with his legs. There are times where I see him running around in the backfield, and I'm like, dude, just get rid of the ball. Just get rid of the freaking ball.
Yeah, sometimes he's kind of taking a little bit longer in this game, I noticed, than other games.
Exactly, 100%. And it's one of those things where I'm like, look, I will respect the fact that he's trying to make a play happen. But look, we're in the playoffs here, and we're challenging for a Super Bowl. If this was week 2 against, the Cardinals with their backup quarterback, different story. Maybe you run around and try and make a play happen. But we're in the NFC Championship game. We're going to come up to the NFC Championship game, and if the play's not there, Like, I'm okay with Brock Purdy throwing the ball away. That, to me, it's one of the biggest things that Jimmy Garoppolo never did. How many times can you think back to when Jimmy Garoppolo it was like, the play's not there, let me just throw it out of bounds or in the area of a receiver or whatever. Jimmy Garoppolo would always try and make a play happen.
And then get sacked.
And there's something to respect about that, but also it led to a lot of bad plays, turnovers, just a lot of bad things happen with that. So I think that Brock Purdy, love the guy. I think he's, Mr. Irrelevant, whatever. Like, he's come in. I think he's done a fantastic job. And I think he's outperformed what Garoppolo was doing. I won't doubt that. The numbers speak for themselves. But I think that there are times where he needs to realize that, like, look, maybe you roll out to and Purdy does have a lot more athleticism than a guy like Jimmy Garoppolo, but sometimes the best play is just throw the ball out of bounds, just get rid of it and live to see another down. And that can be the best play. Even if it doesn't result in points, maybe you punt the ball away and the next drive starts within their own 5-yard line. And that's what Jimmy Garoppolo, if I could say one thing, Jimmy Garoppolo pissed me off for a number of reasons. But the thing that would always piss me off with him is that he would almost never say the play is done. He would always try and at least force something. And as much as if we're talking about like, oh, high school football, fair enough. Like, what's the big deal? Not when you're talking about NFC Championship game, Super Bowl. Different story altogether. You don't force the ball. If it ain't there, and if you're seeing like, hey, there's pressure coming, get rid of it. And I think Purdy's great. I love the guy. And I think he's been fantastic. Looking at the context of everything. But I think that there is situations where it's like, look, it's absolutely okay to throw the ball away. We have the number 1 ranked defense in the NFL. Not to say that we're going to stop an opposing offense every single time, but don't forget that if we tack on 3 points, that could be the difference between winning or losing. So I'm going to leave it there, but I think that I thought Brock Purdy was okay in this game. He made some great throws. He made some really nice plays. There were times where he was just running around everywhere, and you're like, dude, just get rid of the ball. Live to see another down. Not a big deal. I'm like, I just hope that doesn't come back to bite us later. And yeah, I'll leave it there, guys. I'll let you guys do your thing. Appreciate you having me on, Bashar, of course. John V, man, like always a pleasure chatting with you, buddy. And Fazil,
Likewise,
man, I wish I was at the game. I'm jealous. Yeah, I hope you had a great time. But I'll leave you guys to do your thing. And man, at the end of the day, look, as much as I might complain, and we're going to the NFC Championship game.
Yes, sir, baby.
Look, we're going to the NFC Championship game. And here's the thing. Eagles, whatever they're going to say, there's plenty of scenarios where I see us beating them. So we'll see what happens. And but yeah, big time. It's great that we knocked out the Cowboys out of the playoffs. And hope you guys have a great week. And we'll talk to you guys soon. And yeah, take care.
All right, take care, Shifty. Check out Shifty 49ers Talk YouTube channel. I'm gonna have him on as a full guest one day, just him and I. Awesome guy. I want to share something. Want to share my screen really quick and show a few things and celebrate this victory properly. Let's do what we got to do. And yes, NFC Championship bound. The San Francisco 49ers are going to face the Philadelphia Eagles in Philadelphia. So that's one thing I wanted to share with you guys. There's another thing I'm going to pull up as well in just a moment. When I take care of that, just a second, guys. And by the way, I see you guys in the chat having your little Brock Purdy conversation. Where Oski says Purdy played excellent, in my opinion. He also said that how many times have we seen Purdy thread the needle? Dude is incredible. He's doing a great job, man. Pressure, it doesn't really phase him all that much. What up, Joey Mahoney? I see you, bro. I do see you here.
What's up, Joe?
We're not going to be on for too much longer, but I do have room for at least a couple more callers. Why not? So I'm going to put the link one last time in the chat. And let me just share my screen one more time and show you. We have to show this. I don't like to show highlights too much because of copyright infringements and all that, but I gotta show this one. Definitely have to share my screen and let you guys see this again. We all saw it, but this is one of those plays that's never going to get old, and we're going to review it and see it multiple times. So here we go. George Kittle. Purdy drops back. Finds Kittle. Where's Kittle at? There's Kittle. He's going to drop it. Oh, no, he catches it. There you go.
Oh.
And here's another play. It's kind of a weird angle. Kittle. Yeah, there's Kittle right there. He was faking the run block. Boom. And then he got it. That's a great view. Another view of that right there. Boom. Hit his helmet.
Catch.
Excellent concentration and awareness, dude. Let's watch it again.
Gosh, in his mind, he's like, God damn it. Just let me grab it. Like
That, yep. John's right.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, dude. Oh my
Yo,
God.
like the
I would have
defender-
that was worth the price of admission right there, Fazil, just to witness that alone.
Oh, bro, John, like Bashar, like you guys doing that, like when it was bobbling in the air, and then I was like, you caught it. I was like, just keep your balance, keep your eyes on the ball, don't drive. And that's exactly what Kittle did, and he was a big reason why we won today. 5 catches, 95 yards, you know. And then one thing I wanted to say, like about Brock, he's not forcing what Jimmy used to do, what cost us playoff games, what cost us the Super Bowl. Like he's taking it. If it's a sack, there's nothing there. Okay, he got sacked. The pocket collapsed. In slow motion today, it did look like the pocket was collapsing a lot watching it live, but Purdy was making plays. He was getting out there. He was a little decisive with it and everything. But the one thing he did, like, you live to fight another day. You live to fight another down, which is one reason which was so important and which we love that he's doing as a rookie. And moving forward, now we're moving on to Philly, 2 down, 2 to go. We got to take the crowd out of the game early. We got to jump on him fast, I think, with
All right.
the Eagles. Yeah.
All right. Fazil, great to have you on. I know you were at the game, so I appreciate you calling in. Got another caller waiting. Any last things you want to holler out really quick to cheer on the Niners for this NFC Championship game?
Yeah, of course, bro. I want to thank John, you, and Bashar for having me on. And let's go get Philly. I know the world's going to be against us, but I believe, with our strength versus strength, I believe we can go in there and we can get this win. And we got to get number 6 home, Super Bowl number 6. And let's go Niners. Let's get this dub.
Let's
Great
go.
win.
See you, Fazil. Take care.
Later.
All right, gonna bring on a really good buddy of mine, Easy. Yeah, he's gonna come on in just a second. I just want to flash this on my screen really quick before I put him on. Want to share my screen really quick with this nice little graphic. We got the two MVPs in my opinion. Brock Purdy, 19 for 29, no touchdowns thrown today, but 214 yards. Held his composure, didn't turn the ball over. George Kittle, 5 catches for 95 yards. And let's bring on our next caller. Easy, the Niner you love to hate. How you doing, bro? How's it going?
What's happening? Bang, bang, Niner gang.
Man, you got to get more pumped up than that. We just beat the fucking Cowboys.
Hey, I'm in Discovery Bay. I'm at Mom's house. She just walked in the room, so I don't want to be too loud.
Hey, you have an excuse, man. We don't beat the Cowboys in the playoffs, every day now.
Man, you should have seen me earlier, man. I was pumped up for the game, cheering loudly, and what I'm saying, we pulled it out.
What's on your mind, man?
What I want to know, how do you feel about us going into Philly? Do you think we should be the favorites, or should we be worried about playing out that way?
You want to go first, Bash?
Oh, sorry, man. I had my thing on mute. Yeah, we got another car waiting, but it's all good. When we see you do, we'll put you on when the time is right. Philly, whoa, that's gonna be a tough one, man. And I didn't really get to watch the Philly game that much, honestly. I had something going on, so unfortunately, I do have access to the games that I can watch afterwards. So I'll watch a condensed version of the game, or maybe pull up the highlight reel or something and try to get an idea of what these guys are all about. And I've been telling a lot of people about their insane, crazy pass rush. Third. The 70 sacks that they piled on were the 3rd most in NFL history. Jalen Hurts is, jeez, man. He's doing way better than I ever thought he would. I was never really a big Jalen Hurts guy, I'll be honest. But, are we the favorites? I bet you, if you're asking me what Vegas is going to have us as, it wouldn't surprise me if Vegas puts us as the underdogs, because Philly's coming off this huge blowout game and they're at home.
No,
they're going to get 3.
No,
I get 3 automatically.
No, they have 2. They're -2. Philly's -2.
Okay.
So I knew we were going to be an underdog, but I'm asking, do you feel if we should we be playing as underdogs, or should we be playing as feel like we're the favorites? And Philly is a little overrated. I watched that game, and I'm not gonna lie, they stumped the hell out of the Giants. So it got me a little concerned. I thought Jalen Hurts was going to be hurt, a little dinged up, but he was playing like he was back to MVP caliber Jalen Hurts. So it got me a little worried, but I think we can go down there, and if we play bully ball, I think we can pull it out.
Listen,
And
Niner,
go ahead.
I think that we embrace that underdog mentality, because with Brock Purdy being Mr. Relevant, that young man is playing with a chip on his shoulder as the underdog, right? So this team is rallying behind Brock. They believe in him. I believe in him, bro. And I know I saw that Giants game, fam, and I saw it. It looked like a slaughter, but that team is not even in the same category as this defense. So I think it's going to look a lot different with San Francisco. But I said this a long time ago, and I'll say it again. Philadelphia is the only team that I believe matches San Francisco's depth at every position. So you're going to get a battle on offense and a battle on defense. But today, I think that Dallas gave us they set the bar, so to speak, bro. They set the bar for us, and I agree with previous callers, man. The secondary is going to be better than Dallas, but Dallas's pass rush, fam, is elite. They were awesome today, bro. And I do not believe that Philly can match that. And even if they do, San Francisco won today, so they get that opportunity because, listen, Niner, at halftime, you only get a few minutes to address what's going on and make those adjustments, right? So from the third quarter to the final whistle, bro, you got to look at it this way. You live and die by those decisions, and you either make it to the next round or you don't. San Francisco won today, so they get this week to address all of those offensive line struggles that they had today, which essentially that right side of the line prevented Brock Purdy from being who we've seen these last 10 and 11 games, right? So if we can get Mike McGlinchey to anchor his ass and not get tossed, we should see a much more familiar offensive powerhouse that we see from Brock Purdy. So what you need to see what you're hoping to see going into Philly, brother, is that the right side of that line holds up, gives Brock 3 seconds plus to make his moves, and you're going to see this offense settle right back into where we were, brother.
Honestly, I think Philadelphia's D line is better than Dallas's D line. But speaking of the right side, and more specifically McGlinchey, dude, that was embarrassing what Michael Parsons did to McGlinchey. Dude, that was
that Reggie White move. That Reggie White move.
That Reggie White. He ragged out. I don't think Reggie White even ever did anybody like that, dude. That was ridiculous, man. He might need to hang up his cleats after that.
Let me. That's what I'm saying, man. We got McGlinchey. We got to play the Eagles pass rush. Shanahan's got to drop a whole lot of crazy things in his mind and in his playbook to come up with ways to where McGlinchey getting beat is not a factor.
And this is why Kittle cannot put up the stats Kelsey has because of McGlinchey. He has to help and chip and protect because of the right side. And man, that's just. I
saw him in there a couple of times. I don't know how many times he was out there to pass block.
Yeah.
Hey, we do got a lot of people waiting in the wings. Just if you got anything you want to say really quick or holler off and scream just to pump up all the Niner fans, let us know what you got on your mind before we go to the next callers.
Hey, like I said, man, I'm at mom's house, so I can't say it.
Or you can say it calm. You can say it in a calm, funny way.
Hey. Bang, bang, motherfucking Niner gang.
All right.
My man.
All right. Niner, you love to hate here. Thank you. We appreciate you, man. Take care, man.
Later, fam.
All right, he's from the Pacific. He's from the Bay Area, actually. Lives in the Pacific Northwest. We're gonna take our next caller, and actually, let me see what's up because we got a Cowboy fan in the chat. Says Gears of Thoughts. Hey, respect. You guys played this hard. It was a tough, hard-fought game. It wasn't a cakewalk. So, hey, man, we appreciate you for showing up in the chat. Definitely. And Kenny said Dallas woke us up. So hopefully, we play with some much better intensity in Philly because we're gonna need it. We got Corey Davis waiting in the wings. What up, Corey Davis? How you doing, bro?
I'm doing good. This game was a heart attack game today. You know.
Oh yes, it sure was, man. This game had me on the edge of my seat, man. I was feeling uneasy for the majority of it, man. It wasn't. I didn't have that feeling where I was calm and relaxed.
Yeah, I was on somebody else play-by-play, and I was like cussing and storm, like, "Come on, Cal, why you call that? What is this? What is this kind of call? Why you not throwing the ball on the last minute after we got that interception from Warner?
From Warner, yeah.
Yep.
And then we would come out there and we would like taking up a lot of clock play. I'm like, come on, we need to get down the field. What's this little running short? And I was like,
Corey.
Oh, come on, Cal. You got to do better than this. You're supposed to be the genius.
What was the best thing you liked about the game? What was the best aspect of the game that you liked?
I think I loved that, we didn't miss no field goals.
Hey, field goals are important, and especially in the playoffs.
Yep.
Now, Robbie Gould isn't going to kick your 58-yard, 60-yard field goals, but for the most part, he's pretty damn reliable. You know, Robbie Gould made a damn special teams tackle that was really super important.
Dude.
Yeah, that's what I meant to mention too. That saved us because they would have tied. If he didn't make that hit, they would have tied us. That was giving them points to tie us. And I'm like, thank you, Robbie Gould. Let me ask you this, both of y'all. Who on offense do you give your game ball to, and who on defense?
For me, George Kittle on offense and Fred Warner on defense.
Man, I'm going to give it to Elijah Mitchell. Kittle was great, but I'm going to give it to Mitchell because when push came to shove, he got us some crucial first downs, man. He was running for a little over 3.2, 3.4 yards a carry. Mitchell showed up today, Corey. So my offensive game ball goes to Mitchell, and defensively, I think Lenore. I think Lenore gets it, man. I think he stepped up today. He had a tough fought battle, so I'll give it to Lenore.
Well, I gave mine to Robbie Gould for offense. He's a special team, but and I gave my defense to Jimmy Ward. He's the one that he was trying to catch the ball, but he the one kept that ball and gave it to Fred Warner.
Yes, sir.
So that's who I gave my game balls to. And
actually, I'll go ahead. Any last things you want to say, Corey?
Please, people, come subscribe to my channel, Corey Davis. You can find it on the screen, Corey Davis. Just type in Corey Davis, KOREYDAVIS, and please subscribe to my channel.
All right, cool, man. Go ahead.
And make sure you subscribe to each of these guys' channels.
Thank you. And you got to say something to all the Niner fans to hype them up. It's something. You got to say something. Get us all pumped up.
Okay, 49ers, let's go beat them green chickens. Let's take them out.
That's some fried chicken with some chile verde sauce on it.
Let's pluck them feathers.
Let's go. Let's go.
All right, Corey, take care, man.
All right.
Listen, man, appreciate you, bro.
All right. I know David McNiner was waiting the wings to come on. I was just about to put him on, actually. And then he said he had to work on. If you're going to try to come on, you can click on the link. I'll put you on right now. I'm going to give you a couple of minutes if you want to do so. I don't know if you're still watching, but yeah, man. Yeah, dude, let me say this about the Niners really quick about time. I know Brock Purdy has this thing where he always winds the clock down. I kind of don't like it too much. But again, in a game like this, in a defensive battle, a game like this, I do like it because we totally won the time of possession. We had the ball for 32 minutes and 53 seconds, while the Cowboys had the ball for 27 minutes and 7 seconds. So every second in this game counted.
Bash, how about that throwaway? How about the throwaway that
Which
needed
one?
to hit the ground? So I always thought that the ball needed to cross the boundary when you're throwing it away to stop the clock. This young man, bro, threw it. He timed it just right. By the time
For the 1 second
yes,
thing.
for the 1 second.
Yes,
They actually tell you to get the hell out of the way and do not stop the ball. That gentleman, I don't know who the hell he was, but he ended up trying to catch it. It hits his hand, and then it hits the ground. Boom, 1 second.
Dude, that was right before the half to hit the field goal, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Just an amazing, like Brock wasn't even, dude, he's tuned in. The kid's tuned in. Like it was almost a rookie mistake, and then boom, he throws it. 1 second, bro. Gotta love it. You just gotta love it, man. You gotta love it.
Yes, sir. Hey, we've been out here forever, man. Any final things you want to talk about really quick before we wrap it up? I was maybe going to bring up the rest of the stat line for the teams. But if you have anything else on your mind really quick that you want to bring up that we haven't touched, I think we pretty much touched on everything, you know.
I mean, I listen, Bash. Kyle freaked me out a little bit with some of the clock management today. Outside of that, bro, listen, man, I need Juice to step up some of his blocking a bit. But there's not a Lawrence on the next squad either, right? We've got to worry about Hargrave. We've got to worry about who the hell else is there? Hargrave.
You got a lot of dudes. I don't like to mention the D line anymore because Joey Mahoney gets mad when I mention Philly's D line.
Listen, man, I'm my final thoughts to this, right? We were blessed to see another game. So make those adjustments. McGlinchey, anchor your ass into the ground, God damn it. Nobody wants to see you get thrown around like Raggedy Ann.
I don't know why he's so lightweight for a damn right tackle. The guy needs to hit up the buffets. I don't know what he's been doing.
I don't know what he's doing, bro. What is he?
Who told him to drop weight?
Queen?
I 6'8", but yeah, he literally has the body of a tight end right now, rather than a right tackle. Even though he's 6'8", it's just like no wonder why he can't anchor down for shit, dude.
How does your ass get parallel with the ground, bro? How is that happening to you? How does that happen?
Okay. Here he is. David McNiner's here. What's up, bro? I know you were waiting patiently. David? I have to give everybody a fair share.
Oh, yeah, all right.
I always wanted to have you on, man. What's up, man? How you doing?
Oh, what's up? I thought there might have been a bunch of people. I was like, yeah, I got to go to work early.
Oh,
but,
you know what? You didn't know how many were waiting. That's why. You probably thought it was like 10 or 20 people. I was like, nah, man. I was just about to put you on, but glad you're here, man. What's on your mind?
Well, I think our defense stepped up today. They played a hell of a game, but so did Dallas's, you know. And this was a real good test for Brock Purdy. We haven't seen him play. You know, he played against the Commie defense, which is ranked number 4, and he did really well against them. But, you know, Dallas's defense, they played on a whole new level. I haven't actually seen them play like that all season. So
yeah, that was
really good.
That was the toughest I've seen of Dallas defense in a long time, man.
Yeah, they were dope. They were definitely dope. Today they gave us a test. David, they tested us today, my man. And that's why I say, did they set the bar for you, my man? Did they set the bar for the Eagles to either match it? Do you believe the Eagles are just as good? Are they better or are they worse? And give me your thoughts.
I think what we saw out of the Cowboys today, we can expect to see out of the Eagles next week. because their defensive line might be a little better than the Cowboys, but the Cowboys was actually hot coming in.
Okay.
So, and I have to say their run stuffer. You know, we didn't do very good in the run game today when it comes to average, you know, per rush.
Right.
But their run stuffer, that guy is thicker than a Snicker. He's like 360-ish pounds, probably bigger than that. I was like, I was looking at that like, dang, you know, that's the one thing our defense, in my opinion, is
why
missing.
don't we have
a
a
big
guy like that? I don't know why we never picked up a big, huge nose tackle type looking dude, man. You need at least one of those guys.
But
what'd you guys think about Kinlaw today? What'd you guys think about Kinlaw today?
Did he play?
He was there. He was playing, and then you guys
he was.
Yeah.
Are
you being sarcastic?
Honestly, I didn't notice him. I mean, I think what they're doing is they're trying to manage his knee issue and working back into game shape at the same time. So that's kind of, you know, one of those things that if they overplay him, that his knee might flare up and he might be out for the rest of the season.
Yeah.
So hopefully we'll see more of him.
David, I didn't see Kinlaw really shock me today, bro. He didn't really stand out.
No,
he really didn't.
Nope.
What up, Norm? I see Norm 209er Empire. How you doing? A good buddy of mine. He's a rapper / 49er fan. Really good dude. So, man.
How about,
says, go ahead.
CeeDee Lamb. I mean, you know, so it always seems like we have one wide receiver tear us up. And the main thing is, you know, we play zone coverage and there's soft spots in the zone. So what we need to, I honestly think Demo Lenore is playing good enough football. Why don't we go man coverage? Why don't we?
Especially when they kept running those stupid little short screen passes to CeeDee Lamb the whole time. And like there was these little 1 yard dump off passes, and we gave him like a freaking 5 to 8 yard cushion. Let's be aggressive with them. I mean, CeeDee Lamb for the record had 10 catches for 117 yards, but I think he would have had a bit less had we played him more aggressive.
Yes. And you know, D'Amico Ryans is going to make adjustments. And hopefully he adjusts where guys are so our zone isn't so soft. I do like the play Fred Warner made on CeeDee Lamb, though. You know, we had a linebacker covering a wide receiver making a play in the end zone. That was great.
Yep. I think, David, you're going to see some disguise coverages from D'Amico. I think it's going to be a little bit of both, right? Some zone and some man, right? But who's in man and who's in zone? You know what I'm saying? But I think D'Amico really predicates his defense off quarters defense, right? You just keep everything in front of you and don't give up too much on the back end. So like we give up those 5 and 10 yards up front. That's why you'll always see on the outside to the boundaries, right? On the right on the sidelines, you'll see them always get right there before the first down marker, or they'll get the first down. And we're there, but we won't give up. We won't give anything up beyond that. So I don't have a problem with it, but we just got to get you off the field. You know what I'm saying? That's the one thing. Like if you're going to give up those underneath yards, you need to get them off the field. So I see what you're saying, man. But I think there's a lot of disguise there. I think it's a little bit of both. You're going to get zone and you're going to see a little bit of man. And that's what matters most, in my opinion. You know, we've got to mix it up.
Yes.
Hey, McNair,
especially against AJ, especially against AJ Brown and Devontae Smith.
Yep,
yes, sir.
That's true. That's
yes,
true.
Sir.
It's gonna be a hostile environment. We're playing a strong defense. Jalen Hurts is never crazy about. Has a lot of weapons, and he's been playing well. So we definitely have to take account of that. And but before we put on these other callers, what's the last thing you want to say? What's the last topic you want to bring up if you have one? And then after you're done with that, you got to finish off with some type of holler or some type of thing to get everybody hyped up.
Well, Kyle Shanahan's clock management in the 2-minute drill. Yeah, I mean, you waited. How many seconds did he waste before he called that timeout with 30 seconds left?
Damn near.
That was so stupid.
Seconds.
That was so dumb.
See, we could have scored a touchdown right there. And this is where Kyle Shanahan needs to bust out his killer instinct and call a timeout earlier, knowing that we have plenty of time to score a touchdown instead of kick a field goal before halftime.
really
Yes,
don't know
sir.
what happened there, man. I don't know I really don't know what's going on there. I got to go back and check it out, bro, because I need to check. I remember it. I just don't understand what had this man distracted.
Yes, that's the fact.
All right. All right.
And when it
Go
comes down to it, we got to go into Philly, that landfill they call a stadium, and we got to beat the Green Chickens in their house in the cold.
That's right.
I'm looking forward to it.
The city that has a statue of a person who has never lived, Rocky Balboa, a fucking character from a movie. All right, David Niner, great to see you, man. Bang bang Niner game.
All right.
Take care.
Later,
Thanks
fam.
for having me.
All
Go
right.
Niners.
Take care. You too, man.
All
All right. Norm, I saw you waiting in the wings to come on, but you took off. I don't know what happened there, but if you want to come back, go ahead. We got SOT Productions. Welcome to the chat. How you doing, man?
Very
Norm,
well.
I see you came back. Is your first time watching the show?
Yeah.
So where are you located? I never seen you before, never contacted you before. You from the Bay Area or?
I'm from San Diego, California.
Oh, okay. How long you been a Niner fan?
I've been the Niners' rival fan since I started liking the Chiefs since January 2020.
Oh, you're a Chiefs fan. Okay, so what's on your mind, man?
I have something to show you.
Go ahead.
I have it right here.
Okay, what is it? Let's see it.
This one. An eye commercial.
A commercial?
Yeah. For the Super Bowl.
He's like Matthews might come in very handy in our line of work.
That's true. Ira agrees. As a matter of fact, he's becoming a little insecure about his job. But look at this. I got a 4-page.
You watched the part of Wonder Woman?
Dependable.
I don't know what you told me, dude.
Inexplicable
Right,
phenomena.
this one.
You believe that?
Oh, he's too much.
Now, about
I know
your
you got me tripping, bro. What is this?
Punishment.
That's right.
It's a character
punishment for staying
commercial.
on an assignment after
You watch
specific
Talk
orders.
Productions on YouTube?
Okay, no, I don't. But anyways, hey, great having you on. We got Norm waiting, and we got to close out. Thank you for watching. All right, not what I expected, but what up, Norm? How you doing, man? Bang Bang Niner game. We need a Niner fan on here. What's up, bro?
Yeah, I didn't know who that was, bro. You said
I gave him a chance. I
I
gave him a chance, dude. I gave him a chance, man. Hey, Joby, I saw your message in the chat, man.
That was some awkward trash going on there, but
that was But hey, man, let's hear it, man. Holler and shout. We got to celebrate this victory over Dallas Cowboys. The floor is yours.
yo, I've been a Niners fan since '91. And the last time I remember playing these Cowboys was in '94. I was in Lake Tahoe, you know what I'm saying? I was a little kid back then. And last year I was at work, you know what I'm saying? So my sister was one of them like people that always be like at her house is hella Cowboys fans or Raiders fans at her house that be like hating on her, like, you know what I'm saying? She be needing my energy. So this time my baby Bonnie kicked in. So I was able to go to the, you know what I'm saying, to the watch party. Had my whole family over there. We all Ninered out. The energy was just beautiful. And my mom and dad, they in their 60s, they going on a couples date. They in the ones over there at Levi's Stadium. Relationship goals, like on my mama though, they on relationship goals right now. They see all that. That was probably the best experience to have in that type of rivalry that we have with the Cowboys. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
To be that type of fan. I'm 39. I've been a Niners fan since I was like 91. I was 8. Jeez, but yeah, that was a good ass game, bro. And then a Cowboys fan was there at the watch party we was at because we said, like, my sister had lamb chops, we had pasta and the whole shit. That shit was fire. And Cowboys fans got bar ass hot dogs and room temperature water bottles. Didn't he? So, you know what I'm saying? That shit was fire. I'm just playing. Everybody.
What was your favorite moment of the game, man? What was your favorite moment of the game?
My favorite moment of the game, though, was it's gonna be them picks that Dak Prescott, you know what I'm saying,
we lead the league in interceptions for a reason, man.
Because the Cowboys fan was there with us, and he told us, he was like, whoever gives away the ball the most is the one that loses. And it was that pick that Fred Warner got, and I was like, that's it. The game is over. We won. My sister wore a Fred Warner jersey. I got the Kittle on right now. You feel me? That bobble pass was another one. When George Kittle did the yeah.
It didn't look all that pretty in the beginning, but he made it happen, man. He made it happen.
Right. Oh, my mama set it up for Christian McCaffrey to show him that's how a white man runs football.
They're gonna make a movie like White Men Can't Jump, White Men Can't Run, and have TMC.
If you watch Chisel Adonis, every time Christian McCaffrey runs it in for a touchdown, he uses that little snippet on the longest yard. That should be hella funny. It's all white man run, because I love Christian McCaffrey though. He's Stanford guy. That's my guy.
Christian McCaffrey. The move of the year for the NFL, in my opinion, probably the best move the Niners have done in the past 10 years. Who knows? Maybe even more than that if we win it all, man. And people were complaining that we gave up too many picks, and fans of other fan bases were saying we got robbed and we gave up too many picks. We got 11 draft picks in the 2023 draft, ladies and gentlemen. We have picks up our ass. We can afford to get rid of them to get a damn all-pro running back that's going to help us lead us to the promised land.
So we got, how many picks do we get from it's from the guy that got the new job over there at where you get that job at?
Rand Carson. Yeah. So I believe he went to the what team did he go to? Was the Panthers?
Or the Titans or something?
No,
Titans.
He went to Tennessee.
The Titans, my bad. Yeah,
Tennessee Titans. Yeah.
My bad. So we have one pick this year and one compensatory pick next year. So 2 picks total. But when this
and the Niners, Niners are the best at the lower picks, though, the later picks. I always feel like that way.
We have 11 in total, Norm. I think we have 11 in total going into the 2023 draft.
Yes, sir. And
we're so much better at our later picks. Like, just think about it. Elijah Mitchell, George Kittle, you know what I'm saying, Diamador Lador, even though they pick on him the most, he takes advantage of that opportunity to get picked on and make plays. And Brock Purdy is the bomba clot last Ross Clot person to get picked.
Mason.
And you hit
it right on the nose, man. Lower picks than the guy that we have playing quarterback right now was the last pick of the damn draft. And look where we are, NFC Championship game. Kenny says hit that like and subscribe. Any new viewers, and hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. There's gonna be more comment coming down the road. And every now and then we get the fans involved, the viewers involved, and everybody in the chat's been lit. All the callers have been lit. Napoleon Dynamite, Norm, that's your nickname. Napoleon Dolomite, my bad.
Napoleon Dolomite. I caught you woman trying to hold a mic. You did me wrong around the city on a bike to meet with a socialite who knows that there is more to life than posing in a socialite.
I never heard you do a 49er rap. I know you do your rapping on the side. You gotta do one for this game if you have one, or one for this season if you have one. I don't want to put you on the spot, but you probably have something about the Niners on your mind right now that you want to spit out and drop a few bars.
Something that I thought about the last time that I missed the best season that the Niners had, and I wrote it. So I'm gonna just spit that. I said, tippy tie, sign your penny on a run of kind. Tom Brady Super Bowl, how I'm coming from behind and I see chicken. Huddle up, then I flea flick it. Is it Philly? Trick, you want Philly? Trick plays less than 3 minutes. Is it time for me to get a ring or just keep pipping? I'm going to keep my flows wet. Chicken's just going to keep slipping. My Jimmy is a G. She going to cheer when I go deep with it. Take me to the scope with 5 trophies. I'm going to keep winning, but catching them like rice. I was young back when Steve did it. And when I made it to the dance, she let the whole team kiss it. Someone threw the flag, face masking on the defensive. So if you trying to score, better run it in when we kick it.
Oh, shit. When you said try to score, I thought you were going to mention Frank Gore. So like the Hall of Famer Frank Gore. But if we win it all or whatever happens, we need to rap about this current team.
You know what I messed up on though? Because it was like Jimmy, when I wrote that, Jimmy G was popping, like it was a Jimmy G hype. But now it's like, you know what I'm saying, with his ankle going on. That's why that was the last Niner rhyme I had. I don't know what I got for Brock Purdy though. He doing stiffer mom activity, so I got to write something for that.
Yeah, and I was Kenny in the chat. You grew up in Stockton. It's 209 Stockton, Northern Cali, Central Valley. Showing you some love because you got the 209 in there.
Yeah,
I live over in Northern Cali.
Up,
I grew up in the Bay Area. I'm not too far from the 209 though. I live in Roseville now, so in the 916. But we're out Northern California, Bay Area. We even got Niner fans from Southern California. John V's in Ohio. What's the last thing you want to drop about the Niners, about this game, or about Philly? And then at the end, you can just hoot and holler and shout out some Niner hype for us before we go.
All right, so
I see what you're drinking there.
So this is for this is for all the people that call us whiners, like the Cowboys fans when we was 3-4, right? When we lost to the Chiefs, and they was calling us whiners and saying our season was over. This is for y'all.
Hell yeah, Norm.
Yeah, drink it up, baby. Hey, I got my drink.
And for Philly, we want to smoke with Philly too. They got a good defense, but I think these 49ers team has proven that they can go up against some of the best defenses. People be like, practice doesn't mean anything. What is practice for then?
It means a lot. It means a lot.
And he practices against the best defense in football every day, and been that way ever since he came into this headquarters.
That's probably why he's a step ahead of most rookie quarterbacks right now. All right, so your last thing, you got to give us some Niner hype before you leave, man. You got to shout something.
All right, so Brock Purdy, hey, look, this team, we going for it, man, and nobody's gonna stand in our way. I repeat, nobody is going to stand in our way. And that's all I got to say. And it's Niners all day.
Niners all day. Bang, bang, Niner. Take care, Norm. Great having you on, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat. This show has way longer than I thought it would go. we're gonna end it. You're all the way in Dam, Ohio, on the East Coast time zone. Chatter's been awesome. Joey Mahoney, I see you. Because I'm from Tracy 209, baby. It's definitely that number one defense, baby. Hey, that number one defense has helped us win a lot of games. The offense has definitely been picking it up in the later weeks of the season with Purdy coming around, but not every game is going to be perfect. We're not going to be putting up 34 points in every single game. Hopefully we got that bounce back game for Philly. Maybe we're a better matchup for Philly, a much better matchup for Philly than the Giants are. And, hey, when we come out and surprise a lot of people, I'd love to see us blow them out. You never know what can happen in these playoff games. Any final words before you get going, Javi, and we shut this down?
My man, I appreciate you having me. The chat was lit tonight. John, we appreciate you too, man. Just a great show. Everybody in the chat, you guys never disappoint. Bash is fortunate to have you guys. You treat him well. You guys are great to the guests. We appreciate it. If it's for nothing else, it's for you guys, fam. These shows Bash does, he puts a lot of effort, man. He waits on me. I love being a guest, and I love chopping it up with you all. So for me, bro, just like and subscribe, family. Bash works hard for this. Like and subscribe, fam, and I'll see you soon.
All right, check out John for the Locker Room Rant. He goes live every Tuesdays around 6 o'clock or so, West Coast time. His best friend's a Buffalo Bills fan. His other best friend is a Browns fan. So they got plenty to talk about other than the NFL. They also talk about the NBA and whatever else is going on in the sports world. Awesome. Again, thank you for the chat. You guys help make the show. The callers help make the show. The viewers help make the show. Great support from 49er fans. And hey, sometimes non-49er fans pop in, but so far non-49er fans have been pretty respectful for the most part. And again,
get some weird guys pop in sharing some 70s stuff.
I was waiting for the worst to happen. I was like, I see Linda Carter. I know Linda Carter was Wonder Woman, but this could have been an edited type of video where something popped out and you didn't expect it, and it cut to a different scene from another movie, and whatever may have happened. So thank God that we didn't see anything like that.
We didn't see any balls or ass.
Well, you just said anyways. All right, guys.
Whatever.
We're on the Philly NFC Championship game. NFC Championship game with Brock Purdy at quarterback with his number one defense, CMC, Kittle, Ayuk, Purdy, Elijah Mitchell, Kyle Shanahan. We're ready to go to Philly. Hey, they got a strong pass rush, so they got Jalen Hurts and they got all these playmakers. It doesn't matter. We're a pretty damn good team too. So we can win this game just as much as they can, and maybe let's blow them out of Philly. How about that? Let's blow them out.
Wait, hold on, Bash, before you go. Listen, I don't know how true this is, but I heard that they were coming out my way to prepare for Philly. the Youngstown area is where DeBartolo.
Oh, okay. They probably are.
Eddie D's got the main his headquarters is 15 minutes from where I live in Ohio, bro.
That makes perfect sense.
And they come out this way about 15 minutes from me. They practice at a local college. There's a facility there for them. It's got a great big Niners logo. If anything you guys don't know, Eddie DeBartolo's roots are here in Ohio. So it's one of the major reasons why the 49ers are such a big deal on this side of the country. So listen, family, it's good to be here, Bash. This chat, you guys are awesome. I respect you all. I appreciate your respect, and let's do this again, family.
Okay, Niners Sickness, you're a little late to the party, but it's always great having you in the chat. He says he couldn't hear us earlier, but he can hear us now. Hey, if you want to hit that rewind button and watch what we did earlier, I caught some of your live while I was prepping for my show. We got a collab this week, Niners Sickness. I got to have you on my channel, and again, appreciate everybody in the chat. I'm gonna shut this down, guys. This is Niners baby. It's awesome. Raphael, I see you say great show. We really appreciate you. Thank you guys for watching the 49er Minded, where we get into the minds of 49er fans. Appreciate all of you guys. Let's go into Philly, get this W. Bang, bang, Niner gang. Keep watching those 49ers. Keep repping those 49ers and stay 49er minded. Peace. Fuck Philly. Come on, 49er fans, let's get it.
Because it's 49er mind.
We gotta do this one time for the Empire.
It's 49er mind. It's 49er mind.
We gotta get that brick by brick real quick.
49er mind.
Yeah, yo, we can't listen to them haters, man.
49er mind.
We from the Bay.
49er mind.
We them San Francisco 49ers.
49er mind.
We got that red and gold blood inside us.
49er mind.